Hey guys, it's Nick, and some big news from the NHL today about the return to plan of the greatest sport on earth, hockey. Yes, there's more news for these playoffs coming up, where it probably will take place 2 months later. Yeah, so we probably wouldn't be seeing Blackhawks versus Oilers for another 2 months, it seems like, but who knows, anything can happen. Um, yeah, the Hawks will play the Oilers in the qualifying round as it was expected in my previous video. It will be a best of 5 series. First to win 3 moves on to play probably the 4th seed. That's what it sounds like will happen. They'll play, so if the Hawks move on, they'll play like the 4th seed of the top 4 teams in the conference. Speaking of the top 4 teams in the conference, they will be doing a round robin type format where it will be regular season rules with the overtime and shootout, so 3-on-3 overtime with a shootout if need be. Where what the Hawks will be in the qualifier slash wildcard round, which I call it, they will be playing overtime rules with the overtime 5-on-5 continuous continuous overtime. So playoff hockey right there. And then Bettman talked about the hub city type of list. That is still to be determined on hub cities and if they could do it. This is the list, and I have to mention, there's a city on here I honestly can't see happening for being a hub city because it is a hot spot for COVID. And this is the list: Chicago, LA, Columbus, St. Paul, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Edmonton, Toronto, Vegas, and Vancouver. And with Chicago being on the list, I honestly don't see Chicago hosting at all because it is a hot spot for COVID. It's been pretty bad up there, and I can't see Chicago staying on that list much longer. But they're in it right now, but the city probably won't be hosting the playoffs for probably the Western Conference. This is how it will be. West gets one city, East gets one city. So they need 2 hub cities, one for the West, one for the East. So I honestly can't see Chicago being part of the hub city list anytime soon. I know they're on it, but I don't think it's going to last much longer for the city to be on it because of just how bad COVID has been up in Chicago and basically Cook County more so. I have to say this: I probably expect Vegas to probably get to be a host city, and more than likely Columbus. I don't know how bad their COVID numbers are, but it seems like they could be the front runners to become host cities. With Vegas, you have all the hotel slash casinos, which they won't deal with the casinos, but they would deal with the hoteling at probably Vegas on the Strip with how many hotels they have there. Columbus, I don't know really about Columbus, but knowing that how many hotels are at Vegas, I think the Western Conference could be a good spot for Vegas just because of all the hosts, how many opportunities for where teams can stay with how many hotels there are. So let's get into more talk about this. With the playoffs, the Hawks will be in the qualifying round, which they don't consider the true playoffs, even though I would say it kind of is, because you're playing to get to the cup. It's a 24-team playoff format. Hawks will play the Oilers. Hawks did play well against the Oilers this year. Good to know that, but it is playoff hockey. Anything can happen. I do have to mention this. If the Hawks get eliminated, they still are eligible for draft lottery. If they move on the draft lottery, they basically have no opportunity yet. They move on and play for the cup. If they lose in the first round against the Oilers, they will have a chance to be in the draft lottery where this is how it is. The 8 teams that get eliminated in qualifier are eligible for draft lottery, it will be for the top 3 picks of the draft. The draft lottery will happen after the play-in round. So that's actually good clarification there. So we have news about that. It's still unword when the actual NHL draft would happen, but I expect probably after the playoffs would happen, they will go straight to the draft. So that's interesting to note as well. I have to admit, I'm looking forward for this. We get hockey back, and we know what could be coming from this situation. The to be determined on hub cities, I think more than likely they will do the hub city type thing where 2 cities get to host. I honestly thought they would have done 4 cities to split up teams more, so less congestion on one city, basically. But we get to know how well this is going to work out, and honestly, we should be looking forward for anything. It's a sport coming back, and it's the greatest sport on earth, hockey. So I hope this basically gives you clarification on what's going to happen. So I want to hear what your thoughts are going forward with this return to hockey plan. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If there's any more word on the playoffs coming, I will make a video about it. And for Blackhawk fans and anyone who's just coming by, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thank you for watching the broadcast. And most of all, let's go Hawks!